Everybody, while we're waiting for a normal GM on this night. So you guys are all playing brothers, a group of half-elves, who've actually been separated from each other for a bit. One of you, you guys were born to a noble family, although one of you ran away early to the circus. The youngest of you decided to do some studying in the tower, but grew bored with that and apparently also joined the circus, or maybe just hooked up with a circus brother for some, bit of street entertaining. Meanwhile, your oldest brother, who was supposed to inherit everything and got sick of the noble life and decided to become a pirate. Now, years later, you guys have found each other again. Your pirate brother found you guys, found the other two of you, at the most recent port that he and his crew came to. Just doing a little side act right on the road for some spare change. And she was probably shocked at this. But he invited you onto his ship anyway. More spoils with your brothers, right? And now you've set sail for a distant island where supposedly a long-buried city exists with a fantastic shrine possibly full of wealth and treasures, which has stoked the pirate's heart and has rallied the crew to go searching. While most of the pirates have kind of spread about the jungle, the three of you have kept mostly together. You haven't noticed anybody else around, at least. It seems pretty quiet, other than the occasional shouts from the other members of your crew. Until, eventually, as you head towards the Pyramid Temple, you tread across cracked and overgrown flagstones, stepping over fallen and shattered pillars, pushed aside vines and briars. When you're nearly at the temple, the sound of creatures crashing through the underbrush comes from behind you. You turn to see people moving through the woods towards the clearing around the pyramid. Then suddenly, the earth shudders, gapes open beneath you. Your feet and you are falling amid the roar of collapsing masonry. Dust fills the air, and the sunlight disappears as darkness swallows you. And you hear the last thing you hear before this is the people that were crashing through the underbrush. Your members of your crew yelling, "Captain!"
No one take my loot!
I left my hat at home.
My poor drum.
I'm falling like back first, holding on to my loot.
And all of my many other possessions, they are all gone.
Well, it's quite the predicament we got ourselves into, boys.
It sure is. Is this the great treasure that you were promising?
I have no idea.
Look, I promised you treasure. We're gonna find treasure. On the road to Sorry.
Oh.
Are we just still falling? Is this like
No, you kind of like slid down to the slid down into the first part and are just like like the dust is kind of like still choking you. You can't hear your crew anymore. You have no idea where you are, and they have no idea if you're still alive. You find yourself kind of like face down in a rubble pile, half sprawled over each other.
Well, I did not pick the right spells for this.
while the air has been knocked out of your lungs, you don't appear to have taken any other damage from the fall, which is surprising.
Hey, well, that's some good luck.
Some soft dirt we got there.
Sure is. I'd like to sit up and try to get a good look at my surroundings.
It's fairly dark. It's fairly dark in here. You guys, being half-elves, all have low-light vision, correct?
Yes. I will glance around with my low-light vision, to see if there is anything moving.
You don't appear to see anything moving at the moment. However, it is slightly hard to breathe here.
Oh, that's good to know.
Yes.
Well, I'm going to turn on the lights and find out why. I'm going to put 5 small orbs near the ceiling. Or try to, anyway.
All right. I'm just seeing that what the checks are and that. Okay, good. It's only once an hour that you have to worry about checking on stuff, but we're gonna do that now. So everybody, roll a Constitution saving throw. As you turn the lights on, the dancing lights, the first thing you notice is the slight amber mist that seems to be drifting in the air around here. Loyal Hound is fine. However, Bardock and Soul of Reverence, I don't know your character's names yet.
Yeah, you guys can change your names under the gear.
Both of you take 4 points of poison damage as you begin to cough. The poison gas kind of like seeping into your lungs. It's a mucus. Yeah, it's not very pleasant.
Oh.
I'm just sitting there waving my hand from like, whew, what's that smell? As y'all two just like,
that is not pleasant.
No, it is not. As the lights just kind of light the place up a bit more, dancing around in the air, you notice that you're in a long, narrow chamber running east to west. In the center of this apartment is a domed shape on the floor. In the east wall is a blank-face stone door. The west end of the room is blocked by the falling stone that you're currently laying in. The two side walls appear to have several niches cut into them. Roll a perception check.
all of us.
Anybody who's looking around. Alright. Yeah, Loyal, you kind of probably don't even see the niches. I mean, at the moment, the dust is probably getting into your eyes and kind of being a bit irritated.
I'm not very wise.
Lurk and Bardock.
Hey guys,
Oh, go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Guys, I think I could clear this rubble if I wanted to. What do you guys think?
I'd say you give it a shot. I mean,
I'm too
can't
busy.
be any worse than where we currently are.
I think I'd like to take a quick look around before.
Alright. Yeah, the only thing you really notice at the moment, as you spot these niches, is that each niche appears to contain a diorama depicting some aspect of tribal life. Let me continue the description of the area. The shape in the center of the chamber appears to be a small alcove, protected by a half dome, with the open end facing towards the door at the eastern wall. The alcove is set in a recessed, shallow, tiled well, 1 foot deep and 10 feet wide. The alcove itself is 4 feet high. The recess contains some kind of display. The display appears to be a diorama depicting a hunting party of warriors in feathers and deer-hide garments. In a mountain scene, some have pulled down a stag with the aid of a dog. Another group is cleaning a small mule deer, and others have cornered a panther with their spears. A scout watches the panther from an outcropping above. He holds a metal staff with a loop at its end. It looks like a shepherd's crook.
Huh. Can I do like a history check or something to see if I...
Sure.
Okay, cool. I'd like to do that. See if I've read about these in no book I've ever touched.
Nope. No, you have no idea beyond tribal warriors. It's a deceptively primitive society.
I think that one's holding a spear, if I'm remembering correctly.
Yeah, that's not better.
That's what I've got for you.
Yeah, I agree. That is definitely a spear.
I think it might be. Are you sure?
Does it have a pointy end at the end?
Pierce. What about that door? Should we try to get back up to them, or?
I mean, we could.
Even as you stand there, bits more of the dust and rubble sift down from the blocked passage above you. It seems that there's no way back up here.
Great. Well, it seems like the only way we're going out is getting through this. So.
Suppose so. Well, let's get out of this dust. It's starting to make my throat hurt a little bit. That's never good for the old singing voice. Wait, that's you. Never mind.
I would rather not.
I give my loot a quick strum. Hey guys, my loot works.
Oh, great.
Great. I hope you've gotten better at playing that thing since we were kids.
He hasn't.
How do you know? You ever heard me play? I hope you got your spells, Bardock.
Oh, I have. Would you like to see one?
Mr. Puppet Cloud.
One time and one rabbit. I didn't know that would happen.
That rabbit turned into 10 pieces.
Ha! How was I to know?
Behave,
Let's get
sir.
out of here. Let's.
All right, yeah. Come on, guys. Let's get. We have a job to do.
Correct. Let's go find this mythical treasure. I should find a token for my character.
The treasure was the friends we made along the way. Oh, great. Yeah, let's keep moving.
Yep.
So,
So
what
let's.
would you guys
I'm
like
going
to do?
to head.
There are, several niches on either side of the walls. There's a diorama that you guys glanced at and tried to puzzle out based on history. There's the the cave-in that you're currently standing under. There's the door across from you. What would you guys like to do?
Well, if there's a doorway, what do you guys want to do? Since,
I think the doorway was the obvious choice.
Obviously.
Let's take that.
Let's go through the door.
All
But
right.
be really let's be quiet just in case there's something behind it.
Very well.
Yes, sir.
As you get to the door, you notice that it is carved with a sun symbol and appears to open into the room. There are hinges on this side and scratches on the floor. There is no visible lock or handle on it, however, and although a slight gap stretches across the top of the door. 8 holes seem to have been bored into the door. They are about an inch in diameter, but nothing can be seen in them. The door seems to be fairly thick. The lintel is arched with a keystone at the top.
So the door, does it open in or out? Does it open towards us or
It
away
would
from
open
us?
towards you.
Towards us.
Yep. You can see that
And
from the hinges and scratches.
Right, so the only way we can actually get it out is if we grab that thing up there. How tall is the door?
Let's see. I'm going to say this door is probably about 10 feet tall.
10 feet tall.
That's what I'm guessing from the other descriptions in the room.
Well, I don't have my character's height on here because I unfortunately deleted everything. So how about one of you gets on my shoulders and we pull it?
I just look at them two and I just start strumming my lute.
Oh, yes, do that. Be useful. I'm gonna get down on, one knee. I'm like, okay, just try and reach it.
I will. I'll try to help out as best I can. How can I do that?
Let's
Okay.
see. That would be an athletics check.
Oh, an athletics check.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. I like those.
Athletics I do not like. Yeah, I really don't like athletics.
Yes. Whoever, if that was the person climbing up, you just fell off, and if you're the
No.
person attempting to hold, you just
That
dropped.
was me. the person
I
on the
was
ground.
climbing. Yeah, Bardock was climbing.
Yeah. So, Bardock might be climbing, but Lurkan cannot hold you. He's stumbling around. He can't hold you straight.
Hey,
Better idea.
settle down there.
Better idea. Okay, better idea. Okay, get off my back, and I'm just gonna jump for it.
Ooh, I can help.
What exactly are they aiming for?
There's a thing on top of it that looks like a handle. I can.
I don't even have freaking mage hand. What am I doing?
I can jump that high, I think, if I just roll well. You want to shoot the thing? Alright. I won't stop you.
DM, can I try to shoot it?
Sure. What are you aiming for at the door?
I'm aiming for the handle.
There is no handle.
Oh no.
What was you
Handle
trying
like
to
thing
do
at
with
the top.
There is
It's
a
like-
keystone. There's a keystone up at the top.
Can I try to shoot it?
Sure, of course you can try to shoot it.
Why not?
It bounces off harmlessly. Doesn't seem to do anything to it.
Alright, can I jump up and try and touch it?
Sure.
I'm gonna make an
That would
acrobatics
be...
check.
Yep, that would be an acrobatics check.
Have we tried just pushing it open?
Your fingers slide across the smooth stone. Roll a
It's
perception
towards
check.
us, you can't push it.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, that's about as good as I can do unless I try and jump again. Maybe it's some sort of puzzle. I'm not very smart, but it might be a puzzle.
Roll an intelligence check.
Yay, I'll just roll intelligence, I have a 10.
Bardock is going to study the door for a few moments and rub his chin
Perception check.
and do that.
An
Can I do an
investigation check.
intelligence look?
Sure, sorry, investigation check. And Lurkin, as you're thinking about it there, your brain kind of draws you back towards the various niches that are around the room, wondering if any of them might help you out. And Angelo, you don't find anything interesting. It's just, a sun symbol that may or may not have something to do with the various niches and dioramas that are around the room.
Alright, I'm going to go look at the dioramas and stuff and see if I find one that has like a similar symbol on it.
So first, we have the central display of the diorama, which is in an alcove. It holds 12 tribal warriors, 1 scout, a mastiff, and a panther. As you get close, they almost seem to flicker slightly, as if there's some kind of magic in there. There's also 3 niches on either side that appear to hold other pieces of a diorama.
Hey Bardock, I think this is your area of expertise, not mine. I can use some assistance over here.
I will go and assist now that I am done making my token.
I'm not very good at the brain stuff. Can you,
Of course I can.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem at all. And I'm going to look at it and ask you to please remind me what I see.
Okay,
I apologize.
So, that's fine. In the central display, you see a diorama depicting a hunting party of warriors in feather and deerhide garments in a mountainside scene. Some have pulled down a stag with the aid of a dog, another group is cleaning a small mule deer, and others have cornered a panther with their spears. There's a scout that watches the panther from an outcropping above. He holds a metal staff with a loop on its end. It looks a lot like a shepherd's crook. The 3 niches on both the northern and southern walls are 5 feet wide and about 3 feet off the floor. Each niche contains a diorama depicting some aspect of tribal life. The 6-inch tall figures in all displays appear to be made of stucco, realistically and brightly painted. The scenes portrayed represent fishing, farming, religion, warfare, and the creation story and crafting. There's also more detail to each niche if you wish to go and look at them. There's niche A, B, C, D, E, and F, plus the central display.
Oh my goodness. Okay. I will go check out A and see what it's.
As you gaze into niche A, you see that it's some kind of river scene with a dozen commoners gathered. A dozen tribal figures gathered in rushes with fish with nets and carving a dugout. Ugh. So it's kind of like weirdly worded.
No, it's fine.
But basically, it's a nice little fishing scene. Some tribal warriors down by them, about a dozen of them trying to gather fish with nets.
Very interesting. I'm going to continue rubbing my chin as I go on to the second one, number B, or
In
letter
this
B.
one, you see 12 regular people engaging in farming while planting maize and harvesting wheat. 5 warriors are standing guard with a high priest in a bird costume seemingly blessing the fields.
Huh.
This puzzle is either super simple and we're idiots. or-
Yeah, I'm interested in doing a religion check on the bird.
Alright. From what you can gather from the religion that you are aware of in the area is that this is some kind of fertility priest that is making sure that the fields are blessed and that the harvest will be plentiful. If needed, there will be a sacrifice to ensure that the fields will be ripe, and that will be performed by such a priest in such an outfit.
Oh, Angelo,
Yeah.
looking for a volunteer, I believe.
What do you need me for?
Nothing. It's a joke.
I walk over.
I move on to the letter C, the
Alright.
third one.
This display portrays a temple upon a tiered pyramid, much like the one you were headed for. 7 people are bringing small offerings of gold and jade. Before the temple stands another priest, handling a constrictor some kind of snake. Around him stand 3 costumed warriors. One dressed as a winged serpent, holding a spear. Another dressed as a bear with razor claws. And the third represents a coyote holding a torch. There are also several stone statues of the gods.
Are any of these things removable?
Yeah, they're just diorama pieces, from what you can tell.
Oh, really?
But you did notice earlier that some of them are flickering in the displays.
Okay.
One of the ones that are flickering. I pick up one of the people that are dressed in the eagle costume.
In the eagle costume? Alright. It feels warm in your hand and suddenly it flickers and becomes drops out of your hand, becoming a full person.
Comes what?
Becomes what?
Becoming a full person, and you are about to be
my.
attacked.
Oh my!
Immediately
Ooh.
jumps to
Wasn't that an
life
idea?
and attacks you.
Oh, great.
Ah. Cool.
Alright, so
Oh,
do we have tokens out? No, we
Yes,
don't.
you do.
yeah, we
Oh,
do.
we do?
I will re-roll, but I would probably like that 14. Wait, I can change it.
What did I roll for initiative? Was it bad?
Well, you still go behind me. So, basically, who was holding it again? Move your token right in front of the fanatic, please.
Angelo, me.
Alright. Yeah, so you would be right about there. This guy in the bird costume, like, roars at you in some language you don't quite understand. And
Give it
immediately attempts to strike you with a dagger that was hidden behind under its, kind of cloakish thing here. He goes,
Oh.
stab! Stab! Stab!
Give it back, Angelo! Give it back!
The first one hit. The second one missed.
Yeah, and the first one is just a 6, because the 24 would have been for the one, but this is just, regular, so. And then we have Lurkin.
Alright, so I'm gonna run over here.
So wait, none of those hit?
The first one hit, but it only hit for 6, not 6.1. This one.
Hi there. What did you get yourself into this time?
Look, I just picked him up and then he turned full and then...
So, turned into a full person rather than a tiny little mannequin.
Alright, I'm going to stab him. With the mic. Does that hit?
Yes, it does.
Okay, so he takes that much damage.
Nice. 15.
And then I swing again.
Nice.
Does that hit?
Yes, it does.
He takes... Ignore the sneak damage for the second attack. Great.
Blood starts coursing down his body, but it seems to vanish when it hits the floor, as if he's not completely real after all.
giving him the old poke.
Bearduck. Well, considering what you just did to your brother.
Right. Yeah. My turn, huh?
Mm-hmm.
I am going to look at this thing. See that, and this was one that was.
It was the guy dressed in the bird costume, the priest.
Okay. Alright. In that case, I'm just going to throw a chromatic orb at him. To ball up a chunk of magic and toss a big-ass snowball at him. Level 1.
Ooh. Yeah.
Phew.
That orb just gets launched at him, and he immediately freezes in place. And as he, would normally just die from the cold exposure, he immediately drops down again, reforming back into a little minikin, which falls harmlessly to the ground.
Hey. Now, was that so hard?
I'm a lover, not a fighter.
Aren't we all, dear brother?
Not. He killed some kind of ghost man.
So we were at how much experience?
You'd have been at starting experience for 5th level.
And what is that? I forget.
I'm just gonna look it up later. I'll just put on what I have right now.
Oh.
I will be right back, guys.
Cool. Yeah, so after that I say, how about we not touch anything else until I've had a look at it. Is that okay with you guys?
As he says that, I kind of like draw my hand back real slowly, like.
Hey.
Yes, brother. I just kind of put my hand behind my back.
Stink eye. But I say, I do think that he's, from what I can see so far, it looks like they're asking for offerings.
By the way, it's 6,500 for starting level 5.
Nice.
6,500?
Yep.
Wow. 65, 66.50. Cool. Okay. Yeah, and I will say, I think that we're supposed to offer something related to each of these alcoves. So for the first one, we would likely want to give fish.
What are these trinkets made out of?
Which ones? The glowing ones?
Yeah, the little trinkets that we can pick up. What are they?
Oh, the little minikin guys? From the looks of things, they seem like they're made out of stucco.
What's that?
It's like a rock.
Yeah, I don't know for more than stucco. Sorry.
It's a building material used to build houses.
Yeah, that's about it. That's about what I
push it with my boot.
Is it small?
Yeah, it's not small again. It's let's see. I know there was a size listed. Oh, 6-inch tall figures.
Oh wait,
the little minikins.
We might need those. Hold on, don't crush it.
Let's try putting it in the alcove.
Yeah.
Oh, but
Worst case, we fight another one.
Yeah, let's just kill them all and then see what happens.
It's experience farm, guys. No.
This thing tried to stab me.
I could pick up the next one if you guys want me to.
Okay.
I kind of like lift up my loot ready.
All right. So do you guys want? All right. So you guys want me to use?
Well, basically you're kind of looking at the alcove right now. I mean, actually, no. The alcove is the one with the central diorama. And these things are in the one that you just picked up was from a niche.
Alright.
From niche niche B.
Alright, so I have an idea. take the figurine and put it in the central thing for a second, guys, and see what happens.
I was
Alright.
thinking the same thing.
Roll a dexterity check.
Oh, I'm gonna be the one who rolls that. Just a check, not a saving throw.
Just a check.
I think I make it.
You place it down carefully in the diorama. Where would you like to put it in the diorama? There are a group of there's 3 groups of hunters, and there's a scout.
Okay, so which was this one that we just killed? Like, he was a person, right?
Yeah, he was a priest.
Alright, so I'm going to put him with the scout.
Alright. Roll a perception check.
Oh, great. I'm great at perception. I'm not.
Yeah, you set him down next to the scout and back away.
Alright. Should we do this until we collect them all and then try and solve it as like a... What do you guys think?
Oh, guys. Let's do it.
I'm going to...
I'm going to stand back.
I'll pick up the next one at the count of 3, and then you guys... Oh, wait. You guys be ready to attack as soon as I pull this thing up, okay?
I draw my my light crossbow.
What would you
I
like to,
ready my spell.
What would you like to
Are you
pick
guys
up?
all... I will pick up the... Which one did he pick up, in the number?
He picked up the
first
priest
one,
from Niche B, and you set him down next to the
Alright.
scout with the shepherd's crook in
Alright,
the
I'll pick
central
up the
display.
Alright, I'll pick the one up from niche A.
There are just basically little people in there. They appear to all be just normal tribal people, like tribal commoners. Nothing that stands out. No warriors, no priests, nothing.
Nothing that stands out? Alright, then I'll check.
Nothing in that one.
Then I will check C to see if there's anything that stands out on that one.
There is another priest in a bird mask. And this guy's handling a snake, and there are 3 warriors dressed in various garb, watching over him.
Alright, I'm going to pick up the priest.
Alright. So,
Just one.
So as you pick him up and move him, he also drops out of your hand, along with the snake.
Of course. Alright, so...
Okay, move your token in front of him.
Hold on.
Yeah, because I don't...
Thank you. That works.
Oh.
Holy shit!
That's a big
Yeah, the snake
fucking
the snake drops out of his hand, animates, and gets really big.
Alright, so were you guys holding an action or not? I didn't know if you guys specified.
I was.
I was trying, yeah, I was.
But you were
readying,
aiming at the that guy, right?
Yes.
So you can
I
make
think I
fire
did not
away
notice
at that
the
bitch.
snake.
Well,
I
the
think
snake.
I focused my attention on the growing snake.
All right,
Ah!
let's do
Alright,
your
so the
attack rolls, and then we can go to next.
You guys have to make your attack rolls first since you were holding action.
All right. Yep. So I want to
And
know.
those, they get to go before the rest of us, which is bad.
And where's that aimed at?
Great.
Snake.
Snake. Okay. Snake hisses as the arrow, the crossbow embeds itself into its side. And what about you, Bardock?
I was going to do frostbite, and I was going to aim at the human.
Alrighty. Let's see what kind of damage you do. Okay.
It has to do a Constitution saving throw.
Which it fails and takes 7 damage.
Awesome. It also has disadvantage on its
Nice.
next attack.
Nice,
So.
nice.
Great.
I
Alright.
wish it would have hit the snake, but oh well.
You see
I'm going
bits of
to-
cold and steam coming off of him.
I'm about to pull a ninja move and dodge some attacks. Let's hope they-
Yeah. Yeah, he's coming after
Fingers
you. Ah, and you said he's at disadvantage, correct?
Yes.
If he hits a
Alright.
16 with disadvantage, I'm going to cry.
Yeah, I'm just setting it to roll. Hold on. I'm just setting up things so he rolls at disadvantage, and I can just look at it that way. There we go.
I mean, they always roll
Toggle
2, so you
backwards.
could just pick the lowest.
Yeah, I know. But I'd rather just. Oops. Bad.
That was initiative.
Yeah, my bad.
He's pretty fast. That does not hit. That does not hit. That does not hit.
Whew.
And now the constrictor snake also goes after you.
Oh jeez.
Please tell me the constrictor only gets one attack. Oh, congratulations! I take
Oh.
three. I take 3 damage.
You're
And
grappled.
you also have to roll dexterity saving throw, unless your evasion
I
prevents
can-
that.
For evasion does not,
Okay.
but for grappled, isn't it like athletics or acrobatics, or is it just saving throw?
Oh, you're right. It would probably actually no. In this case, I'm just going to go with the. Nah, no, you're right. Acrobatics would be it. Whatever dexterity based one it is. All this time,
Yeah,
and I can never remember which one is dex and which one is strength, unless I'm
Trust
looking
me,
at them.
I make the save.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I still see them say reflex and will save. I spent a lot of time on 3.5, so I'm used to saying that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I'm good. I ninja dodged it, and I took 3 damage. I'm gonna have to put 3 damage on me. 3. Okay. And I'm going to look at the snake, be like, alright, I'm gonna bite you now. I'm going to, like, go in arching, like, in the opposite direction of each other, and, like, bite him with the rapiers. That one missed.
Yep. That definitely missed. That hits.
That one hits. And he takes the full damage, so he takes
Oh yeah,
19
you
damage.
you basically just stabbed your blade directly in between this thing's eyes, directly through the brain and out the other side. The snake immediately drops and reverts into a tiny little stucco minikin.
Oh my.
As a free action, can I try and intimidate this guy?
Sure,
Just kill a snake in front of him.
you can try.
Boom.
His eyes go wide, but you could see him just kind of like staring at you, as if he doesn't entirely understand what's going on here. But he is still at full disadvantage, and you have the next person to hit him has advantage because he's startled and surprised.
Angelo's turn.
Yes.
I pull out my loot, my bagpipes, and I start playing.
Always the fucking bagpipes. Why is it always the bagpipes?
I start playing a inspirational combat song, a battle song, and I give
Just give it your best shot. Just call him Lork if you can't say it like pork.
Lorcan.
There you go.
Larkon. A combat inspiration.
Woot.
Nice.
And what it does is that you can roll the die and add the number roll to a weapon damage roll. Alternatively, when an attack roll is made against the creature, it can use its reaction to roll the bardic inspiration die and add the number rolled to its AC against the attack.
Oh, that's really cool.
After seeing the roll, but before knowing whether it hits or misses.
Alright.
That's lore, right?
Yeah.
No, this is a Valor.
Oh, Valor, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
Cutting words is lore.
Ooh.
Okay.
Alright. Is that your action or is that a bonus action?
It's a bonus action, isn't it?
Out
Out of curiosity, does that work for spells? Like spells with attacks?
It doesn't say what kind of attack, but it just says damage roll.
Okay.
Oh, is it a class feature?
So I think you still have an attack though.
Yeah, you still have an action, I'm pretty sure. Because Bard's Inspiration is a bonus action.
Yeah,
typically.
it is.
Yeah, so you still have an action.
Even if you're like using a bardic inspiration die, for a flourish and whatnot, it's it's the bonus on top of your attack.
All right, then while holding my my loot, I start laughing heartily at the priest getting because he lost his snake.
Oh,
Oh.
oh, well, that's just mean.
That's
And
right.
he
No,
failed.
that's right. He doesn't have disadvantage on that anymore, does he? Or does he? From the that's right. It's just for action things. No, he's not at disadvantage for wisdom, for saving throws, just on attacks.
Just for attacks.
So
Well,
sorry,
that's
I forgot to
unfortunate.
switch that. Yeah. So he saved
Does he
on
take
that.
half damage still, though?
I believe he does.
Versus Mockery? I think so. I don't know.
Oops.
It's not a spell people use very often.
It's
Yes.
hold on. Stream insults, laser, subtle enchantments, so one day and have it must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or take 1d psychic. And then next turn, yeah, it's Wait, what was the question?
Does he take half?
Bardak, your turn.
No. If he
Oh,
succeeds,
yeah, this is one of those ones.
he can take damage.
Alright.
No damage whatsoever, then.
How is he's looking pretty hurt too, right?
Yeah, he
No.
does. He still looks real, and he looks like he should have blood dripping down from him, but of course there's no blood on the
Yeah.
floor. It just keeps vanishing.
For
I don't
sure.
think anyone's hit him.
I did.
Oh, yeah.
Let the poor guy out of his misery, and hope that that does it.
Alright.
Ah,
Just barely
Damn.
saved. So,
Now I'm about
the
to...
cult fanatic, I believe that shakes off the effects of the original frostbite, doesn't it?
Does. He's no longer
yeah.
at disadvantage.
However, he still has that intimidation from you, and he looks between you and Angelo, and feels like he can no longer attack you because you've successfully intimidated him. However, he's compelled to attack anything in this room. So, he moves around you and goes for your brother.
Alright, I'm stabbing him.
He's still in.
he's still in melee
He's
range.
still in melee range.
Oh,
He didn't
he is.
leave your.
Oh, yeah, that's
thing,
right.
So,
He did leave my square. God damn.
so Angela, you've just been attacked for 6 damage.
Alright.
This blade pierces your flesh and sunders some of your clothing that hasn't already become dirty from the fall down here.
Angela.
I kind of stumble backwards, going,
Wait, he's the tankiest of us all. Never mind, he's fine. Get up.
Get up.
But while he's still
Get up, pussy. No, I'm sorry.
stabbing me, I'm still playing the bagpipes like a champ.
Gotta love those bagpipes. They're instruments of war.
It's always the bagpipes.
Alright, time to play the Song of Impaling.
Yay. It's my favorite song.
Alright, since he's over there stabbing somebody else, I'm just gonna try and stab him in the back of his head.
Which, now that you guys are flanking,
Missed.
I think it would be to
There you
your
go.
advantage. So.
Yeah, there's actually advantage with flanking.
Oh, you're right. I'm just gonna roll it 2 more times then because, yeah, that hits. Okay, so let's
So,
roll 1 for that. That's how much damage he takes from the first
oh,
attack,
that's 21.
and then the second one he just takes the piercing. So he
And
just
you
takes.
immediately stick your blade. Basically, you slash your blade down with a strike. You know, ripping open his clothing and exposing his back. And then the second one, you just basically poke your blade right through, piercing his heart from behind and sticking it right out, barely missing your brother and his bagpipe. However, the body just vanishes, returning back to its minikin state, crashing to the floor.
Hey, did I hit his bagpipes?
No, but maybe you've got a little blood on them.
Oh yay! I was yelling that to the party. So
Oh, sorry.
all right, so I'm just gonna pick this up and go put it on one of the things. So this one is another priest. So is there room? Like, okay, so if I put it in a different spot, ooh, more experience.
Yeah,
Oh, yay.
roll me a dexterity
Check or
check.
save there?
Yeah, dexterity
It's
check.
gotta be. It's better me doing this than anyone else.
Alright, so as you attempt to put the figure on there, your hand slips a bit and you knock right into the scout that you'd previously placed something next to. The scout tumbles out. Its little hooked crook kind of goes flying, scooting a bit across the room, and suddenly you have a scout in front of you. Hold on. Let me pull the token out.
All right. So is he being hostile right now?
Oh yeah, these guys are all hostile.
All right. Can I try and persuade him to not be hostile?
Yeah, ignore the picture. It's just like, I'm just pulling out the random tokens.
I'm gonna persuade him not to be hostile. Can I try? Like, don't attack. We're friends.
When
That
that's
would be
happening,
that would be at serious disadvantage because these things are basically magical enchantment constructs.
I will roll with disadvantage, but I have a +10 to persuasion.
Yeah, he seems very conflicted about this, but it seems like once again it's not going to attack you, but will attack anybody else.
Okay. I wanted so badly to not have to. We're basically just farming for XP at this point. I don't have an unlimited health.
Yeah, and but you do have a bard who's capable of healing.
Wow. Nat 1. Got a 9. Oh, I wasn't clicking on my token. I'll re-roll, but you can keep that 9. So.
I already got it set up for you, dude.
Alright, never mind. Already one step ahead of me, I see.
Yeah, I'm good with that. Been
Yeah,
there,
at least
done
you
that
have
lots of times.
+8 to your initiative.
I do, so I'm still pretty fast.
So, Bardock, what would you like to do?
Oh my goodness, I got first with a 13? You guys are bad.
I will smack you. I could have rolled. I could have rolled a 5 and gotten that initiative.
I'm going to, Yeah, I'm gonna... Since she's in melee combat with them. I'm just gonna keep on using Frostbite for the time being. So yeah, I will, squeeze my hand in a threatening manner. Try to make her be cold.
Alright.
That's some pretty good damage roll you got there.
I thought so. Aw, too bad.
The scout's eyes focus
Too bad
on
we're
you
not
for a
level
moment.
6.
However, you're too far away to hit, and moving away from Lorcat would mean attack of opportunity. But Lork has already persuaded the scout not to attack him, so the scout instead pulls out a short sword and goes straight for the bagpiper.
God damn it!
You have the most health, remember?
Ooh.
Oh boy, that's a crit.
So it just goes, ah, or he rather goes, ah, and just starts swinging away with the short sword. There's now more blood just filtering out in your clothes, adhering to the dirt that's been caked on them.
Be happy I get advantage on my next 2 swings.
Yep. Yes, you do.
Alright, so that one hits. That one hits.
Yep.
Great. I think he dies.
Let's see. Oh yeah, that's you basically kill him immediately. Your blade is kind of going out. You're gotten used to doing this, so you just basically take your blade and stab it right into the back of the guy's neck and wrench it upwards, almost decapitating him with a piercing weapon. As the body just falls to the ground, it turns right back into the Minikin again. Although, of course, this time you've noticed that the little crook is missing. The metal staff is missing from its hand. Apparently, it fell off and skittered to the ground somewhere.
I'm getting real bored of this crap. Anyway, okay, so it's missing something. Can I try to find it?
Of course. Roll a perception check.
Alright. That's not with advantage.
No, even
Just
with a
take-
13, you kind of look around and you see the bit of metal sitting on the ground. nearby. It's just a couple feet away. However, as you go to pick it up, and you feel in your hand, it's strange. I mean, it looked it was definitely you perceived it definitely as a sharecropper's, a shepherd's crook when it was being held by a the mannequin figure. But as you hold it in your hand, you know it's a key.
Oh.
Oh.
Well, that's good news.
Oh, that's great news.
We'll get up there.
Where? Okay, can I go? I'm gonna go over to the door. I'm gonna look for the thing again.
All right.
Like, look
this time, roll perception with advantage.
All right, I'm already on advantage. That's good. I have a +5 to perception. You don't think I'd be rolling so bad?
You still can't see the key anywhere. There's a bunch of little holes in the door.
There's no keyhole?
But you don't see anything that looks like a keyhole. It's weird. There's a gap that stretches across the top. There's 8 holes that seem to have been bored in the door. But there's nothing that strikes you as a keyhole.
Can I do an investigation on the room?
Of course.
Oh.
Yeah, nothing else.
Can I help him?
Oh yes, if you're assisting on that, you may give him advantage, which then leads
I
to
wanted
that 20.
to assist him on
So
that.
you spend several minutes looking around the room and finally returning yourself to the door, and you look up. You gaze a lot more carefully at the keystone up at the top of the door, and suddenly notice that the way it's sticking out like that, there's a keyhole hidden at the underneath of it, kind of half lost in shadow. But if you could just,
so
you could just
is
kind
it
of
within
like,
reach?
yeah, you can. It's one of those things that you can eat. You can, no, it's about, as I already established, it's 10 feet above you. So it looks like it's just barely out of reach. But you could probably, it's 2 people assisting. Could easily lift you up there instead of just one person attempting to lift you up.
Our combined strength is like 30, so
More like 2 people add stability.
Yeah, I think you guys should lift me up because I'm not the strongest. I can jump though.
0.
okay.
All right,
I have
real
a 0
quick.
to strength as well, so
I'm going to jump for it.
All right.
yeah. Would me casting the jump spell help him?
Nah, it's too. The jump spell is useful when you need to cross a distance that isn't easily transversed.
Yeah.
However, this is something that you can. Given the way that how jump works, you could probably reach it just with that. It's just the more of a case of grabbing a hold of that little gap and holding on there in order to utilize the key.
Fair. A fly would be better.
All right, I'm gonna roll acrobatics real quick and see if I can make it.
Yep. Go ahead.
Come on.
All right.
21.
You grab it. Your free hand grips the edge of the gap up there, and you now have an opportunity to put the key in.
I'm going to put the key in and see if it actually twists. I'm not going to do it too hard.
It twists, and there's a bit of a little screech as the door in front of you begins to open, kind of semi-knocking you off, but it doesn't really do any damage as you get back from the opening of the door.
Oh, that was an experience.
Beyond it, you see stone walls. Stone walls that are carved to resemble a stack of bamboo-like logs. The passage in front of you slopes down from a single door on its western leg, which is where you are now, the lintel of which has been crafted to represent a stylized caravan entrance. You can see that better on this side than you could on the other. It leads to a double doors of beaten bronze, worked to resemble a forest of seaweed, far away on the other side.
How lived in does this look?
It doesn't look like anything's been down this corridor in a long time. It's You can see as you're looking down that it's like there's various fine stonework. You see how in this depiction here you got little stones like that. You see that all over the place.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay.
But all around, the walls all look like there's logs just, crafted on there. But from where you're standing, it just looks like stone that's been made to look like logs.
Well.
Neat.
Same thing as before.
What do you mean same thing as before? I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
I'm talking to them. Sorry.
Oh.
Okay.
Like, do we just
continue?
like continue to grab things off the wall and kill them? I mean, attempt to.
Well, I think we should figure out how we solved the previous one.
We just killed things until we found our answer, I guess. I don't
Yeah,
know.
but figure out why that answer was the answer.
In disguise. So we want to look for something that would be let's look for something in these paintings that has some religious significance and see if that is the key. Get to work.
Can we use the same key?
Is the key like in the door still?
Yeah, it's up above your heads. It's like when you twisted
gotcha.
it's kind of stuck there.
All right.
Understood.
So no. So I'm gonna scour this diorama for anything that's somewhat similar to the shepherd's like crook in not in appearance but in like purpose. Like if there's anything that's like a guiding symbol or anything.
You don't see anything further in the diorama. Just the priest, the little priest midikins that you put in there, and the various warriors hunting things.
All right, I'm talking about all right, so we're in the second room now, correct?
It's not a room; it's a corridor.
Okay.
There's a long corridor that basically it's a long corridor.
We opened the door, right?
You opened the door in
opened
front
a
of
door.
you. Didn't open the next door. There's a long
So the
corridor and a door beyond it.
So the
At the end of
door that was in the corridor leads to another corridor. Great.
No. You haven't. You're basically still standing at the first room's door, looking into this corridor. And I said
You
at the
walk
very
into the. Okay, I'm gonna walk into the room.
what room?
Yeah.
You're no. You just see a corridor. You don't see a room. You see a door at the end of the corridor.
I'm walking through the doorway.
All right.
There's a third door.
Do you just head down the corridor? Is that it?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. As you get about halfway there, the combined weight of all three of you suddenly trigger a trap. Roll. Roll. Let's see. What is it? Yeah, acrobatics.
Hey, something I tumble. See? What?
All right. So, two of you, the people who got 16 or higher, will take half damage on the following objects. As you step on that trap, suddenly several of what you thought were just carved logs in the wall push outward and swing right at you, bludgeoning you for 5 damage, which halved is only 2.
2.5, so 3.
But you're also kind of pushed 5 feet down the slope towards the double doors.
Right.
They're now just hanging there in the middle of the room, effectively blocking the passage. There's only a 6-inch gap remaining on the logs. It's going to be a hard way of getting back to that first room now.
Find traps is an investigation check, right?
Yep, yes it is.
But disarming them is a dex check, correct?
Yep, once you've discovered the trap and discovered the mechanism for it, you must use
right.
what you can to disarm them.
Now that we've discovered there are traps in here, I think
Take it a little slower.
Yeah, let's do that.
Or just jump everywhere.
I mean, I could jump up. Wait. Or what does the ceiling look like? Is it just flat?
Yeah, the ceiling that you can see now is just flat. The ceiling behind you can't see it. The huge logs are now blocking that passage behind you.
Alright, I was just totally just gonna jump on the ceiling and just walk on the ceiling, but I...
No, you'd still have the same problem that you'd have to get down on the floor. There's only about a 6-inch gap.
Alright, so I think what we're gonna have to do then... Want to continue, or do you want to check for traps before we take a single step?
I say check for traps.
Alright, they're standing in front of a set of double doors with beaten bronze, worked to resemble a forest of seaweed. What would you like to do?
I'll roll investigation.
Alrighty. You find nothing significant about it. It just seems like a display of seaweed of some kind. Nothing else comes to mind. It's maybe not even a door. But, you know.
I would also like to go and check it out.
Alright. You go in, you stand next to your brother, you look around, you don't see anything that looks like a trap to you. And the door...
Not even seaweed.
The door looks like it'll just push in.
I push my brother to the door.
You are prepared.
You step back, like, not it.
You are prepared.
You first.
You first.
I'm gonna get behind him and shove him into the door. So like,
No. I'm a half elf.
You're all half elves. Anyway, as you guys find yourself in this next room, you see that it is constructed of large stone blocks, but buttressed in the corners. The walls are wet and slimy, and mud covers most of the floors in a thin coating. To the east and west may be seen stone doors recessed in the wall, and to the north a set of stairs lead down. In the center of the chamber sits a large, polished boulder amid a pile of small, rounded rocks. The boulder is 5 feet tall and colored brown with dark streaks and spots. Leaning against it is what appears to be a bamboo staff. In the mud around the base of the boulder is a moving shape, looking like a crayfish. It faces you and seems to be aware of your presence. You see little little antennae from this crayfish-like creature sticking up out of the mud and just kind of wiggling as it appears to be watching you with extended eyes.
I'm gonna wave at it.
It just kind of like pulls its eyes back and it kind of waves a claw back.
Alright, so it acknowledges me. Okay, so I wonder if it can talk, guys.
Does anybody speak crayfish?
Does anyone speak Aquan? I don't.
Do not.
I don't even
It's not in many of my books.
If you speak Primordial, you can talk to.
I say hello in Primordial.
Let's see here. Roll a 1d2. Roll a 1d2.
Because something speaks Aquan, you can understand it if you speak Primordial.
Yeah.
Really?
Hold on, I need to check Appendix B on here.
I think this is my only character who doesn't speak Primordial. What does Undercommon even sound like?
Yeah, it doesn't appear to speak Primordial. It seems to be it doesn't seem to respond to you at any rate. Or acknowledge that it understands you.
Alright, I'm going to say hi in Common, Undercommon, Draconic, and Elvish, and see if I get anything from it at all.
Covers mine, too.
Is this the wizard speaking, by the way?
No.
Which one's the wizard again? That'd be it. Alright.
Bardock.
Alright. Yeah, I'm just figuring that the wizard might have studied and might know something. But, yeah, it doesn't appear to be anything that the,
I'll pull out a knife and lick my...
Is it something magical, perhaps? Can I do an Arcana check to see if I know anything about it?
Sure.
I pull out my dagger and lick my lips and start walking toward it slowly.
I'm gonna stop you from doing that.
Let's not try to seduce the hermit crab, or no.
Look, I know you.
It's a giant crayfish.
I know you like to
Crayfish,
fuck
that's
things,
what it
but
is.
please stop. Like, I know you like to sleep with anything that moves, but please keep it in your pants. It's a fish.
Look, I was thinking crab.
So, are you attacking the crayfish?
No, I was thinking crab legs. I was using more of an intimidation factor.
I want the 23 Arcana.
Sorry.
See if I understand or remember anything.
Well, the crayfish itself looks normal. You have this feeling that, it is definitely, considering that it responded to you, definitely has some sort of magic about it. Like maybe awakened, an awakened giant crayfish or something along those lines. as you look around again, like trying to make sense of some things, you do get the feeling that that there is something missing. That this crayfish is protecting something, and that it's something you're going to need to understand in order to progress in this room.
Is that right? Guys,
Yeah?
how do we...
Do you have any way of speaking to things telepathically?
For reference, by the way, guys, east would be the way you... no, sorry. South is the way you came. I keep forgetting these maps are not always north to south as normal. The north is now a different direction. So yeah.
Wait,
Do we have a map?
I don't see any map.
I'm looking. No, I'm looking at my map.
Oh, okay.
I like to do theater of the mind when it comes to these sort of things.
Sure.
It's just
Well, see,
easier to deal with.
My mind doesn't work all that well.
Can I...
Oh, let me try something right quick.
I'm going to...
What do you want to try?
Okay, go ahead.
Let me just try something right quick. I pull out my lute and I start playing a...
Performance?
Well,
Ooh, very nice. The crayfish stops swimming around and just kind of sits put, and you see that the boulder it's been swimming around is shaking a bit. It starts to move, and you notice that several large claws tuck out from it, and a face of a giant hermit crab kind of blinks out at you. Disturbing rest. You hear in some sort of fractured, some like common language, but not entirely common. It's like, a related tongue.
Oh, no.
I say, well, let me put you back to sleep.
And roll initiative.
As I sit down in front of it and just gently play for it.
Oh, good idea, I whisper and step back.
The crayfish just kind of scrambles up on the back of the hermit crab and seems to be watching you.
I put up a hand and just smile and just say, "Don't worry." I just continue playing. This is gentle strumming song.
Roll persuasion. It starts to settle back down into the water. Roll a nature check. As you see it sinking back down, you notice that one of its legs isn't actually made of chitin, like as all other crab legs are. This one actually seems to be a bamboo staff, and you see it kind of like sinking back down into the mud.
We need it. Get me that crab's leg.
I look at you and
I need it.
I accidentally.
I start scheming.
I look at Lane and
That is awesome.
Thank you.
I whisper
It's
to
my
him,
favorite.
that bamboo, would you mind if I have it? We kind of need it.
It stops trying to go back to sleep and kind of stares back up at you. And you hear mostly, like, a language you don't understand, but it seems to be, leg. Need? And, once again, let's see. Yeah, that bamboo staff is actually, like, yeah. So, it's like, seems to be a little confused by that, but it kind of looks around and, the crayfish kind of jumps down off its head, and they appear to be talking to each other in whatever language that is that they actually speak. And it kind of responds back with, "Why?"
I look back at my brothers and say,
Open the door.
we need it to open the door.
Go! Let him sleep!
If you can open the door for us, we will get out of here and let you continue your sleep. All we need to do is just to get out of here. We need a way out. That's all we need.
Like the hermit crab seems to be thinking that over, and responds with sleep a lot, want otherwise, and seems to be moving its claws a bit. The crayfish goes around as it starts mumbling at it in whatever language it speaks, and kind of taps at the bamboo stick that acts as a leg.
Well, that bamboo thing is a key that we need to get out of here.
Oh, did not know. But trade?
What would you like to trade?
The hermit crab just reaches out with one of its large claws and seems to be, opening it up as if to say, "Give me." However, this looks like, if you try to put your hand anywhere near that it could just snip it off. Not a particularly safe prospect. Does not have hands like you.
You want my loot?
That music thing?
Well, are you sure you'll be able to play it? I mean,
it seems to once again be talking to the crayfish. The crayfish kind of scrambles back up on top of it again, and gazes at its tiny little claws, which don't look like they would hurt quite as much as the big guy's claws. It's like raising them out as if to say, give it here, or something along those lines.
Dorma, I've come to bargain.
I'm not.
I don't have my amulet.
I lift up the loot to the crayfish and say, "Deal," and I give him the loot.
The crayfish takes the loot.
Your loot.
And uses its little legs to start strumming around it. It's nowhere near as good as your strumming, but the giant hermit crab seems to be amenable to having its wooden leg removed at this point, as it's sitting there, like kind of listening to this lute song.
I ask if I can have the bamboo leg now.
The hermit crab looks out at you and says, "Yes," before going back to just listening to the music.
I nod and I move over to the leg and I gently start pulling.
Yeah, as you get even closer, it's like your feet just go suck, suck, suck in the slick mud. But you manage to hold on to keep from falling over as you work on getting that leg off. And now you have yourself a bamboo staff. Or pole. Yeah, staff.
Let's hope it was let's really hope that it was the key.
It's okay. I still have my viol.
But
Alright,
still, that's your loot.
I'm gonna go persuade the hermit crab that it is the best loot player that has ever lived.
Well, it's not the hermit crab that's playing, it's the
Right.
crayfish, which doesn't understand you at
crayfish.
all.
I'm going to gesture at it and clap emphatically in order to persuade it.
Silently. Let
Yeah.
it sleep.
Silent claps. Golf claps. I give him some golf claps.
Oh, it waves at you,
I'm
seemingly happy
gonna
with
go.
your gestures.
I'm gonna go over and help Angelo try to open the door.
Now, which door are you trying to open? There is a door
The
to...
new one.
There is one to the south, one to the east, one to the west, and then there's a set of stairs going down to the north.
What do you think, Angelo?
I said we go down the stairs.
First?
I think going down is the opposite way we want to go.
Well, we do want to explore this place.
Well, sometimes
Yeah,
let's go
eventually.
down to go up.
Yeah,
You are.
but we might as well cover our bases. We don't
Wait,
want to.
wait, guys. The treasure's probably at the bottom of the pyramid. He says.
Yeah.
He starts beelining it down the stairs.
But the baddies are in the rooms, and we don't want to leave them at our backs.
Those aren't bad guys.
Well,
There's-
excuse me, we're the bad guys.
I killed them in.
The current residents of this temple.
I killed them in one hit. I'm
Yeah.
okay.
When there are one or two of them.
Um,
But when we
Can't
leave
you-
3 doors closed.
can't you make explosive fire of death that
Yes.
instantly kills everything in a radius?
Yeah, except for you two.
Yeah, exactly. So
But that's
we're fine.
different.
As they're arguing, I'm going eeny, meeny, miny down. I start going downstairs.
I'm already going downstairs. So
I at least try to push on the door.
yeah, wait. No,
West.
don't shut the door. The key's on the other side. How are we gonna get it open?
When you guys discuss the fireball thing, roll another nature check.
Another what?
Nature check.
Answer?
Oh, hey, I'm actually good at those. Like, not for any particular reason. Just because.
Alright, Berta,
Yay!
as you discuss fire, you kind of look around again, suddenly remember, oh yeah, there's poisonous gas everywhere. And you get to thinking,
yeah.
this is the type of gas that might ignite if a fire was to be used. It might not be a
say,
good idea to use a fireball spell here.
I say,
Wait.
whew, I'm really glad that I'm
Wait.
actually really good at snow magic and not
Wait.
fire.
Hold on a second. We've been hitting pieces of rock with metal weapons, and there's flammable gas. We are going to die.
Potentially flammable gas.
Oh, no, it's been mud. It's been stucco.
Yeah.
That wouldn't produce sparks, I don't think.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if we miss,
Yeah,
Oh,
but
yeah.
you guys haven't missed.
no.
And I don't
Okay.
use that, so...
Do
I'm
you
really
have
glad I haven't used
any weapons that aren't magic?
I don't
Yes.
have any weapons,
I'm
so...
going to- Do you want to? I have a crossbow if you want it. Is that
I
what
have
you
a
have?
dagger, but I also have...
Yeah, you'll be fine.
I'm fine.
I hope. All right, so we're gonna go downstairs, I believe,
Yep.
and let's not shut that door because if you shut that door, we might be locked out.
No, for sure. I wanted to
Yeah.
see if I could open one of the other ones.
To the north.
Yeah, but we'll open one door at a time because if we open
the
more,
north.
it might be a problem. Down the stairs into the caverns and killing some bears.
Alright, so, I know that one of you said that you needed to go soon, so how about we stop here for now, knowing that you guys are going to the north, and we hopefully come back next week to this.
All right.
That would be great.
Well, before that, I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on myself.
Oh,
Alrighty.
cool.
Oh, that's right, you were
Wonder if,
gotten badly hurt over the time.
I wonder if you would have a second one of those, good sir. I would benefit greatly from that.
What's in it for me?
My everlasting brotherly love.
I won't shank you. If you do not heal him, I will shank you.
I'll use a level 3 on you.
Good boy.
Oh, I don't know if I need that much.
Only 9.
I only need like 9 points of health or something. Hey,
Oh,
perfect!
What you got?
You got a 9.
All right, guys. I'm gonna bounce. Have a nice.
Yep. As am I. Thank you guys very much. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, hopefully we can...
I'm excited to explore this dungeon further.
And I'm liking your characters.
I am too. They're a lot of fun. Anyway, thank